Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Glad you're here. 888-900-3393. Number to call. I don't believe I've screwed that up all week, despite the fact that I'm also doing Glenn's show. So
you do Glenn's show next week too, right?
And next week.
So there's time.
Yeah. Well, that's true. It'll probably happen like next Thursday or something. That's out of the blue sometimes.
It just shows up.
Bang. It's weird. So here we are, 4th of July weekend already. Man, it's going by fast. Pretty soon it's going to be football season again.
Can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be so great. BYU is going unbeaten this year. I don't know.
Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that what? Is that all the inside track has it?
Yes. If I'm the inside track, yes, because nobody else is saying that, but I am. I'm saying it. 12-0, and a berth in the college football playoff.
Is this different from previous predictions?
It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar.
No, I don't know that I've ever predicted that before. You don't have any evidence of that.
Okay.
Let's see the evidence.
Right.
Show me.
That's why I asked.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
All right, then.
All right, just pick a random show from, say, early September from the last several years, Justin,
Go ahead.
and we'll just...
Let's hear it. You got it. Flaunt it. If not,
wow.
Shut up. All right, 888-900-3393.
This could be the final year of college football, too. Sorry, now you got me thinking about college football. I mean, they are doing everything they can to ruin college sports.
Yeah, they are.
And it's very disheartening.
They're doing everything they can to ruin fill in the blank.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, are you talking about the talking about the pay situation with the name, image, and likeness? Yeah. I'm hopeful that won't wreck it, but if they start the salary thing, then it's over. They'll ruin college football. I think the name, image, and likeness thing kind of makes sense because they can cash in on.
Well, they all got their own thing. They got money for that anyway already. Some of the college players got paid from those games already.
From what games?
Some of the
EA Sports stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like individuals that.
Okay.
I don't think so. Well, that's why.
I'm pretty sure
that's
my
why
son got a check.
EA Sports stopped doing it because they weren't paying the athletes and they didn't want a lawsuit.
Pretty sure my son got a check
from EA Sports.
From one of them.
Really?
Yeah. Just saying.
They've got a likeness.
Maybe he didn't. Never mind.
They have a likeness of an offensive lineman. Really? Come on.
Now you're pissing.
Come on now.
Is he good in the game? Is Elvis good in the video game?
No. The check was for $1.
But you know what might ruin college football too, or it's going to make it more difficult to be the game it is today, and that's the transfer rule.
Yes.
Everybody's
oh my gosh.
Everybody's going to transfer now.
Yes, they're going to get angry at.
If I don't start, I'm transferring.
A coach makes you mad someday at practice, you're going to leave.
Bye-bye.
Yep. That's frustrating.
And then they're going to be switching teams like crazy.
Yep.
Because there's no penalty.
And they don't have to wait. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, Luke McCaffrey of Nebraska went to Louisville, was there for a week of workouts, decided he didn't like the lay of the land there either, and now he's at Rice. And this is all transpired since the last
good golly
football game.
He's at Rice?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Nebraska to Louisville to Rice. I thought it was
you're not going the right direction, my friend.
I thought it was supposed to go the other way.
Wow. So, and that's the thing now. If you don't start immediately, if I don't start today, they leave. They're out. And it's too bad because sometimes, it turns out that there's an injury or whatever, and they would have started the rest of the season. So, I don't know. They got no patience anymore.
It also turns out that maybe players need that time to develop.
Yeah.
And get better.
Very true.
That's what you have the coaching staff there for.
Correct.
Very frustrating.
Yeah. Nothing makes sense anymore. And we all know it. Some tweets. We got some breaking news this morning. U.S. military and NATO officially evacuated the last troops from Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan after 2 decades.
Yeah, I know. We were there a long time.
Wow.
Long time.
So no U.S. or NATO forces are at Bagram Airfield, anyway. But are there there's still troops in the country?
As far as I know,
right?
we still have troops in the country. Yes, we're not 100% out. According to the reports, we're going to be 100% out, I guess, in the next couple of months. Right? Because Trump wanted them out already. Right? By now, I think June was his deadline or something, right, for everything to be out of there. And Biden pushed it back. So, because you can't do anything that Donald Trump wanted.
This is my idea.
Yeah,
right.
So, so you still have troops there, but just this is the main focal point of our troops was there, and that's shut down. Well, I mean, we turn it over to them.
Maybe we could take a break from nation building for a while. Maybe we could just.
Well, what would we do instead then? We got to occupy ourselves with something.
I mean, that many billions of dollars spent.
Right. Yeah.
My goodness, what could you do with that? Probably not much.
Not much.
Not much at all.
Not unless you're talking trillions of dollars, which we are with these wars that are being conducted. But I think how many years longer have we been in Afghanistan than the Soviet Union was?
Oh, wow.
I don't know the answer to that. But the Soviet Union was there,
they were there
forever.
a long time. And I think we surpassed it.
And got their butts kicked, right? I mean, Afghanistan is like a nation killer country.
Yeah. With a little help from their U.S. friends, of course.
Right.
11 years. 78 to 89.
They were there for 11 years, so we beat them by a lot.
And it feels like they were there for a lot longer than that.
Doesn't it? I mean, that's what gave rise to the Mujahideen. Remember that?
Yes.
We did. The CIA did.
Yeah.
We started that. We supplied them. Osama bin Laden was one of them. And then, of course, they turned on us.
Okay, so let me amend my request of no more nation building for a while.
Okay.
Let's also stop tinkering in other countries.
Yeah. Okay, what would we do instead, though?
It's still the same question.
Again.
We have to occupy ourselves with something.
That's true.
You know? I mean, what do you want to do?
Maybe we...
Donuts. Everyone can get donuts from the federal government.
The government goes into the donut business?
Yeah, because Rob had to buy these for us, but if we're not, sending that money to other countries, instead the federal government will just buy donuts for us.
I like that.
And we could spend maybe some money on some transition surgeries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Army's going to do that now. If you're in the Army.
We could do that,
and
right? We could spend a little cash on that because we're already spending the money. It's not like we're going to save it.
That is damn generous of us.
Thank you.
That's a giving people. We'll even take care of your sex change operation.
Right,
that's awesome.
There goes one of the principal storylines in MASH now with Klinger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? You want to be a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll pay for your surgery.
There you go. I mean, the Air Force now has also weakened their mandatory exercising, right? You can walk instead of run. You don't have to do full push-ups, stuff like that.
Oh,
so
we are going to be so ready for the next
We are ready for battle.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
And there's no way out anymore. Because if you start wearing a dress, we'll just ask you, you want your noodle cut off? Yeah, I do. All right, we'll pay for it. Well, not us, but the U.S. taxpayers will pay for it. So...
That's a sentence I didn't think I would hear when I woke up this morning. Hey, you want your noodle cut off?
Well, I mean, the government is asking that. The military is asking that.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we did a poll and put it up online.
Oh, this is tough, man.
On Twitter. Which do you trust less? The government or the media? Now, this was prompted by a survey that showed that out of 49 industrial nations in the world, we trust our media the least of anybody on the planet, 29%. So we kind of came up with do you trust the media less than the government? The answer to that is no, but just by a little bit. The government is actually, the government won the least trusted title.
Wow.
52-48.
Yeah. That's a lot of people voted, 1,864.
52-48. Close. Yeah. Nice. Why don't we like the media? What could possibly be our problem? Why are we so
do. I mean,
picky?
the government won that, so.
Yeah, but we don't like them very much. I mean, the government barely won that. But it's this kind of stuff. Listen to the headlines of, let's see, 2 people who have died in the past decade or so. In fact, one of them just this week.
Associated Press, right?
Associated Press. Donald Rumsfeld just died.
Yeah.
So AP's headline is Rumsfeld, a cunning leader who oversaw a ruinous Iraq war. Okay.
Wow.
Jeez. That's
give the guy a little bit of a break.
Yeah, kind of an ugly headline. When Fidel Castro died, however, back in, 2016? Fidel Castro, who defied the U.S. for 50 years, dies at 90 in Cuba. So it was a spirited, defiant Fidel Castro. But it was a cunning, ruinous Donald Rumsfeld. Pathetic. It's just absolutely, but typical. I mean, we all know that's what they do, and that's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Pathead Mary Beth Long has made us aware of a new children's book. This is great.
Neat.
Maxine gets her vaccine.
Nice.
No.
See, it rhymes.
I do.
And Maxine's apparently the little girl.
A little girl.
Holding hands with her parents as they're walking toward. Puppy. Is that a clinic maybe? That's like like an urgent care sort of clinic maybe, or a CVS, Walgreens.
Sure.
Go get her vaccine. That's so wonderful. And she is, what, 4? Yeah, it's so stupid.
Wow.
The description of the book, Maxine Gets Her Vaccine, is a humorous yet important and very timely book meant to help young children reduce their fear of getting their COVID-19 shots.
Oh.
Maxine is a feisty little girl in the 4 to 8-year-old range.
Nice and generic. She's in that range. I don't know. Don't get to know Maxine too well, because we don't even know how old she is.
She questions everything she's told and has to find the answers for herself.
Oh.
She and her dog Jakey go through the COVID year together, bearing the frustrations of hand washing. Yeah, it's so frustrating to have to wash your hands. I hate
Yes.
Especially when you're in that 4 to 8-year-old range.
Yeah. Frustrations of hand washing, playing puppy games, and remote schooling. Maxine does everything in her power to avoid Jakey having to get a booster at the veterinarians, but sees him recover nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Then Jakey returns the favor when Maxine tries hard but cannot override her parents' decision that she must receive her COVID vaccine shots. Good decision, parents. Yeah, she's 4 or maybe 6.
There's no way.
Let's just put her at 6 because it's right in the middle of the 4 to 8-year-old range. She's 6.
Yeah, even Jakey the dog is working for Potter here, apparently. trying to convince Maxine.
Maxine is so intrigued by her experience at pediatrician Dr. Gary's and her easy recovery after the shot. So she was one of the unusual ones who had an easy recovery. Wow. Didn't grow a tail, didn't start shaking uncontrollably, didn't have heart inflammation.
Well, don't forget.
Didn't have a heart attack and die.
Right, well, Maxine's a feisty little girl in the 4 to 8 range.
Yes.
So.
She decides to play doctor to educate her naive friend who thought the COVID shots made people sick. Why would you think that? Where would you ever get that idea as a naive child? What an idiot.
Maxine, the stupid kid.
Man.
No,
it's her friend.
Yeah.
It's her friend.
Maxine
who said that people get sick.
Maxine's friend, the moron.
Nothing could be further from the truth than people getting sick after getting the vaccine.
I mean, hell, even the dog knows you need to go and get your COVID-19 shot in the story. But not Maxine's stupid, naive friend, punk. It's that punk down the end of the road, isn't it? Yeah. I know. That family's trouble.
Yeah. So Maxine jammed a fork in her eye.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, because
Maxine did.
So the friend said
the friend said, "Hey, I'm not getting that vaccine because a lot of people get sick."
And that was it.
Fork.
Right?
Yeah.
That was in the story.
Maxine picked up a fork.
Oh no.
You know, they were having one of those little tea parties and they had a fork in the room. She picked up a fork and jammed it in her friend's eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Got away with it too because of how evil her friend was.
Right. Because how stupid and evil her friend was.
You don't want to get a jab in the arm? How about a jab in the eye?
Yeah.
Naive friend.
Yeah. Now what do you have to say? Miss Naivete.
Probably ow. Ow. That's probably what she was saying. I just love the indoctrination on every level, man. Every single level.
Yep.
Your kids have no chance.
Yep.
Happy Friday.
Even our prisoners are being vaccinated, of course. 45% of New York's incarcerated felons have been inoculated.
That doesn't seem like enough.
Well, as the article states, a mere 45% of New York's incarcerated
You're in prison.
felons.
We're giving you the shot.
Yeah. Compared to more than 70% of the law-abiding population. Acting Corrections and Community Supervision Commissioner Anthony Annucci wrote that only 45% of them had been inoculated. To encourage you to do your part in this fight, the department will implement an incentive program.
We're going to bribe the prisoners
okay.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they getting?
They won't do it on their own. We're going to give them a little push. The plan includes randomly gifting 5 fully vaccinated inmates in each of the state's 50 prisons care packages.
Nice.
Filled with the most popular food items sold at our assigned facilities commissary, not to exceed a $75 value. But they could go up to $75 worth of food from the commissary.
Wow.
In addition to that,
Okay.
at the conclusion of this vaccination campaign, the central office will award a facility barbecue to all vaccinated individuals at 6 facilities for the highest percentage of individuals vaccinated. So that's nice, right? So you get food. You're going to have a nice barbecue.
Yeah.
And
Going to be out in the yard?
Wait, and that's not all?
that's not all.
Oh.
But wait, there's more. In addition to keeping yourself, your family, and your friends safe, one other benefit for getting the vaccine is that when the department restarts the family reunification program,
Sorry, the Family Reunification Program.
in September, it will be a prerequisite for any participating incarcerated individual to be fully vaccinated. So
Wait.
you want that conjugal visit,
Oh, yeah.
you can have it now.
Family Reunification Program.
We're going to set you up in one of our beautiful little trailers.
Nice.
You and your special friend. And you can get together for the day.
You'll be able to wipe that barbecue off your face
Oh,
and
yeah.
head to the trailer, baby.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
You get wet wipes before you go in there?
Yikes. So weird.
Yikes.
How about you're
Weird.
in prison?
Yeah.
And it's time to take a vaccine
Yeah,
shot.
right. Sorry, you lost the right to decide for yourself. We're going to
No.
give you all a shot.
No.
Although I wouldn't do that. If you want a shot, get a shot. If you don't, you don't.
You would
Right?
not seriously force prisoners.
No, I would not.
To get a shot.
I would not.
Jeffy.
Would you, Jeffy? Would you force him?
Oh, wait a minute. You're not going to defend the rights of felons? Jeffy's not going to do that? Their right to choose? Come on.
And you shouldn't have to bribe them. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to be
Right.
protected, don't.
I mean, we talked about it, I think, last week, maybe. I mean, we're at the point now where if you haven't gotten it, I don't think the free barbecue is going to push you over the edge.
No.
You know, the free stuff isn't going to push you over the edge.
Are you still vaccine hesitant yourself?
Yeah, I would consider myself still in the hesitant pile.
So you haven't decided either?
I mean, my decision is I haven't gotten it, so I mean that's my decision now. But I mean, I'm not opposed to it really yet. I just, I'm just at that.
Well, if your criminal past catches up with you, you might be
Oh,
bribed
if I'm in prison, I'm there.
Get
I'm
a
there.
free barbecue.
Heck yeah. A little extra stuff from the commissary, a barbecue, and then a little business in the trailer. You ain't lying. I'm in.
Business in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffy's trailer business.
I don't even want to think about that.
I know. I was hoping we would stop at the commissary and the barbecue, but no, he went with the business.
Somebody posted this on Twitter. A little something to keep in mind for you. This is on the bulletin board at my doctor's office. 6 facts about all 3 vaccines. This is at a doctor's office?
Hey, there are some good doctor's offices out
That's
there.
interesting, isn't it? Number 1, none are FDA approved. 2, all are considered experimental. None have completed initial research trials. This is the third. Number 4, all were allowed to skip animal trials. None will complete a research trial for 2 to 3 years, and all are free of liability even if one kills you.
Yeah, I mean, those are all facts.
Those are facts.
Yep.
I'm just surprised it's posted at a doctor's office. I mean, you could get in trouble for that probably from the AMA. I'll bet you. I bet there's repercussions for anybody who posts something like that.
I wonder, it's on the bulletin board, so that's got to be where the employees see it, right? I don't know that the I don't know that the patients see it.
Why would that be a repercussion at all? Like, that's just
because
freedom, right?
you're
putting facts up,
bad mouthing the vaccine.
It's seen as that for sure.
Oh, so we can't do that in America?
No.
Well, what have you seen? Have you looked at Twitter or YouTube? They take everything down that anything that's the least bit critical.
You mean mention anything about
trouble
COVID
for posting
at
that
all
on Twitter? I thought you meant the doctor's office was going to get in trouble.
Well, I think you could.
Too.
I think you could. If you were reported to the AMA, I'll bet you the AMA would take
steps. If a patient
steps.
said, I can't believe Dr. So-and-so has this on their bulletin board, they would investigate that, absolutely.
Then we're not America.
Well, I mean, how many times have we realized that?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's just depressing.
It's crazy.
Hey, but we're independent, right? We're going to celebrate our independence coming up.
Is Keith home? Hello, Keith.
Also, now you can prove you're vaccinated with this really cool Immuniband bracelet.
I love this.
This is great. Oh, it's got a barcode on it.
Oh, there's an incentive to get the shot right there, just so
yeah.
you could have one of these bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, it's a fashion statement.
Whether it's Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson, more and more New Yorkers are getting vaccinated so that we can protect each other and especially protect vulnerable populations. It's also becoming more apparent that being able to prove your vaccination status will be a useful thing going forward. Being able to prove that you're fully vaccinated could become an essential way of living, and being able to live a life of normality like before the pandemic.
And so it's a band with a QR code on it? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. There it is. How pretty.
No, it's a good-looking band. I'd love to proudly wear that everywhere I go.
My word.
The Immuniband vaccination band is a useful tool that can help in this situation, and it's currently on sale for just $17.95, a small price to pay in order to be able to prove your vaccinated status wherever you go.
But do you have to? How do they know that you're vaccinated? Can I just get that as anyone with a QR code that says I've been vaccinated?
Probably for now, before it becomes like some digital code or something in you.
Wearing this band can indicate to everyone around you that you've had your COVID-19 vaccination and that you're fully vaccinated and that you're a real human being and that you're a compliant patriot American. You're a patriotic American citizen who now can travel throughout the country any way you like. Okay? Not some scumbag Trump supporter that belongs in prison at best and being just summarily shot and executed in the street at worst. The seamless bracelet from Immuniband helps to ease the uncertainty everyone is still feeling about the pandemic. It also offers a hopeful symbol of society's eventual defeat of the virus. The bracelet is comfortable and easy to put on.
No doubt.
Sell it, baby.
And is made from durable silicone and stainless steel.
In China.
It's available in one size that will fit everyone and weighs a slight 0.75 ounces.
I'm a little leery of the one-size-fits-all thing.
Yeah,
Have you gotten burned by that before in your life?
Yes, it's not really true.
No?
It's like the airline seat, right? That's not one size fits all.
No, it is not.
No.
No.
That's not fat. They don't have fat guy seating.
No, they do not.
It was fat guy seating.
Apparently, they do not have fat guy bracelets either.
Yeah, probably not. The bracelet also features a unique QR code that can show your COVID-19 vaccination card. Simply use the camera app on any smartphone to scan the code, enter the PIN you set up, and you can view your CDC vaccination card on the device. Well, that's wonderful.
So anyone can get it, but then if you don't have your CDC vaccination
it won't
code,
work that way. Yeah.
A lot of people could just wear that and probably never have it scanned.
Yeah, never have it scanned,
Look at me. I'm going to make you safe.
And for the low price of just $17.95, you can get people off your back and just put that band on and go wherever you want. Right?
Yeah, I'd like
How
when I
many
go to
times
the
are you
website,
gonna-
I'd rather have just a necklace for it or something, just for the QR code, just to have the necklace. Just scan this. There you go.
I'd rather just have them implant it like in my forehead, and just that way I don't have to bother with any of it. I never have.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And what if,
I'm with you. Let's just get it
Let's
over
just do
with.
that. Let's just go
why in
ahead.
the
Thank
head?
you.
Why can't we just do it when we get the vaccine shot? Just right in the same spot in the arm there, huh?
Because your arm is going to be covered up by
fair.
clothing, but your forehead probably will never be. So,
You think that's going to be an issue?
yeah. I think it will
Yeah.
be.
I mean, it's either your forehead or your wrist. That's why you got to have it there so you can have access.
Right. Maybe your wrist, or forehead, one of the two.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like this next video is going to settle this debate.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Instead of the band, you can do.
Look at that. There's nothing going on in that arm. Why are you doing that?
Okay.
No, she
All right.
got the shot over here.
What? No. No.
Do it again.
What? No.
Okay.
Dude.
Now this one.
No ID found, and then the same
gotta-
number keeps popping up when she goes over there.
What?
Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff.
Interesting.
Interesting. It's kind of like that. Remember that Bluetooth guy we had at the bar,
Yeah.
and then like the TV, so you can believe
Oh,
it
yeah.
or not.
Right.
But similar.
Because it does
situation.
look a little set up. It might be.
It sure does.
But I don't know.
And she still had her shirt
know.
sleeve there that they were scanning, so that could have been on the ID of the shirt.
Could have. Probably wasn't. But it could
No,
have.
that's a good. Boy, that was the
I'm
probably
sorry.
the strongest argument there. It's probably in the shirt.
It wasn't a bare arm that they were
like-
scanning.
So I've got cotton. How many times have you scanned cotton?
I don't know.
And
How
got that
many
number.
times have you scanned cotton or the
And
label?
got a number to come up on your little whatever doohickey thing. I don't know,
Okay.
man. Who knows?
Oh, no, it was the shot.
I don't
You
know.
are right.
I have no idea. You draw your own conclusions.
I
Why
have.
don't you get the shot?
I have
Then
drawn
we'll
my
see
own
if we can get a
conclusion.
magnet going. We could do a little scan
Yeah.
thing. We'll see if a Wi-Fi picks it
I
up. Let's
know.
test
I didn't
you.
believe you until I had to pull my father-in-law off the refrigerator every time he walks by.
I want to come over for that. You got to get video of that.
Plus, now some companies are offering paid sick leave if you get the vaccine. Jeez, I mean,
That's nice.
Is there nothing they won't offer?
Some companies are offering a continuation of employment,
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
which was really nice of them.
That's nice of them. As the Delta variant spreads, it's essential to make it easier for essential workers to get vaccinated, and that begins by giving paid sick leave for the shot. Jeez. Yeah, because you're going to get sick after you get the shot, so you're going to need it.
Yeah, you know how you're going to spend that sick time?
Right. The next 2 days after the
sick.
shot, you're going to be sick. Makes perfect sense.
Don't bog me down with your facts. Is that what you're trying to say with that, Jeffy?
Not a word did I say.
I can hear your mind. I'm inside of it, man.
Man. All right. 888-900-3393. We have these two little girls that come over and babysit my granddaughter occasionally. And they just got the shots.
Oh.
I think they're 12 and 14. And
they're in that window,
both of them
yeah.
were out this week because they're sick after getting the vaccine. I mean, it gets everybody, including the young, gets sick after getting the shot. It's almost everybody. I've run into maybe 2 or 3 people who've said, yeah, I didn't have any side effects at all. I didn't get sick. It didn't hurt that bad, and it didn't do anything to me. Almost everybody I've talked to has at least, had flu-like symptoms.
For a couple of days.
For a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I was so tired and achy for, the next day that I couldn't get out of bed. That kind of thing.
Well, my sister-in-law was a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
She was days.
She did recover, though, right?
Yes.
And she doesn't have any permanent thing going on
No, not well.
that we know of.
That's another story, but don't get me
From the
started on
vaccine,
that
I'm
from the
talking.
vaccine.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. All right, good.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, good.
Just
888-900-3393.
Yeah.
More Pat Gray Unleashed coming
Okay.
up. Welcome to it. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Carl Smith tweets, since gas prices haven't been this high for 7 years, shouldn't Joe start telling us he inherited the problem from the Obama administration? BJM Golf, new prison incentives, good behavior, early 2-year release, COVID vaccine, immediate release.
You know, I was thinking they might eventually shave 6 months off of your sentence or something. Oh, totally.
That'd be incentive. I'd get it for that. If you're a prisoner, wouldn't you take that? I'd take that deal.
How much? 6 months?
Yeah.
Well, how long's the sentence? Right? You're in for...
Right. If I'm in for 20 years.
What if they say
6 months
this? What if they
isn't
say
gonna do
we'll give 20% off your sentence?
It's worth it.
Yeah, it'd probably
It'd
be
worth it for that.
Yeah. Give me 80% off. And
I'll take 2.
Yeah.
In fact, give me the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson and let me walk out of here.
President Brain Freeze tweets, did Maxine sing a cringe-inducing virtue signaling song on TikTok after she got her vaccination?
Aw.
If not, does it even count?
No, but her mom did.
Yeah. From Free Exercise, badmouth the vaccine? Ha! You can't even fact-mouth the vaccine.
Thank you.
It's true. If you were to tweet something out that is an absolute verifiable fact, but it was negative about the vaccine, don't they
Well, most of the time...
delete that?
Well, most of the time, they absolutely... If you mention COVID or whatever, you have the COVID moniker at the bottom of your post. Mention anything to do about COVID. For more COVID-19 facts, we need to go here.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a must, no matter what the post is.
Sim Pilot 2000. I didn't vote in the Who's Least Trusted survey because there wasn't a I don't know option.
Sorry about that.
I apologize. It should have been there. Except that would win every single time.
Yeah.
With this smart aleck audience,
Yes, thank you.
would win every time.
Yes.
Pigeons are liars. Tweet. They got that. That's from the protest. The birds aren't real protest.
I'm talking to him next week.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's on Chewing the Fat next week.
Nice.
It'd be more fun if they really believed it.
They've got it.
But they don't.
Here comes a
They've got a big rally going on in St. Louis this weekend,
Yeah,
and then
I
we're
know.
talking to them on Tuesday, I believe, on Chewing the Fat.
All right.
And are you saying that Peter McIndoe doesn't believe this?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
you
doesn't
would be
believe it. Nobody
incorrect.
believes it.
my friend.
You would be correct. Thank you.
The Eagles are not real.
I can't wait.
Vultures, not real.
I guarantee you these people got gift cards to
I
show
want
up.
to talk to Peter so bad. I'm so excited to talk to him.
Pigeons are liars. There
Yeah,
was right
yeah.
at the end.
I mean, this past weekend, they had thousands of pigeons just disappear in the United Kingdom.
Really?
They're just gone. Yeah, they had their pigeon races, and thousands of them just disappeared.
Did they like leave the race together?
Yeah,
or what?
they all left the race together. They were supposed to, they were homing pigeons. It was part of their pigeon racing deal, and thousands of them just poof, gone.
Wow, they got recalled by the government.
Yes, that's exactly
I've
what
got my
happened.
pigeon racing shirt, and that kind of breaks my heart,
Well.
because I'm so invested in the pigeon racing
Who isn't?
league.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Pathead Eric Quinney sent us a box full of goodies.
Yeah.
Some of them were really fun, like stickers, like this one.
What else is in here?
Wait, no, we want to concentrate on this, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I know there's
trying
other
to-
stuff too.
No, I don't think so.
See, this is New York City.
Okay, I see New York City.
There's the moon.
I see the moon.
And there's Jeffy, and I only assume it's Jeffy because it says, first of all.
Oh, on the shirt.
And then he's saying, I'm stuck.
Oh,
so he's
okay.
stuck, see, between
Okay.
the moon
And
and New York City.
I see that now.
Yeah. And the
Oh,
best
what?
that he can do in that situation
What?
is chew the fat. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
What are you going to do?
Wow.
You're stuck. You can't go anywhere.
That's cool, man. That's a good thing. What's that other sticker you got there?
That's funny.
iClub baby seals.
Nice.
iClub, and that's a baby seal. Isn't that adorable?
This is serious
Hey, he
aroma
sent
coming out
this
of this
T-shirt, Live Weird, Fake Your Death, and Possum Holler, Arkansas. That's
Live
good
weird,
stuff.
fake your death. Huh, okay.
I love Possum Holler.
What else you got in the box there, Jeffy?
Bunch of smelly stuff.
Like air freshener things or something. he
Sure,
makes.
smelly stuff. Mm-hmm. There's crosses, all kind.
They're air freshener crosses
Yes,
that just
most
like
of-
dangle from your rear view
you
mirror.
can dangle them wherever you want to dangle them from, Pat.
All right. It's great.
Is that food in there, dude?
Is there food?
No.
I'm sorry?
Lion sack.
Wow.
All right. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for all that. That's great.
Very nice.
Anybody remember President Thomas J. Whitmore? Remember him?
I don't recall.
He made the stirring speech after the alien invasion back in what, 96.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it was awesome.
a lot of people have forgotten
I have
President Whitmore, but he had a great message for us then, and he's got a great message for us now.
Oh.
Good afternoon. In less than a week, we hope to fire up our grills and launch one of the biggest 4th of July celebrations in the history of the United States.
That's not really true.
The United States. Those words have new meaning for us all today. And whether you drive a pickup or a hybrid, you live in the heartland or on the coast, or whether you pronounce it America or Murica, we're all Americans. Seldom on the same page, but reading from the same book. On holidays, anyway. Perhaps it's fate that this 4th of July, we gotta once again come together to lend a hand to those less fortunate whose fate still lies in the balance. We're fighting for freedom for all, not from alien invaders. From separation, from being cooped up while baking bread and ignoring basic hygiene. The time has come for us to get fresh, gather the crew, and eat veggie and meat burgers till we sweat.
Get vaccinated.
And then let's work together towards a future where everyone can come to the party. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will fill the sky with so much light and freedom, this thing will rue the day it ever messed with us.
Think about it.
Get vaccinated.
Together, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Can we have that guy? He's more coherent than what we have.
Yeah, but even he is, he struggled a little bit with that.
America.
Don't you think? That was not a good reading of it. That was not very well done.
I like Bill Pullman.
I like him too, but...
And of course, Budweiser tweets that out under the, preface that, go get vaccinated. In other words, if y'all want to be free...
He actually didn't say it during the
No, he didn't say it at all.
They were very careful there.
Right.
It was the tweet that
they didn't want to piss off half of their beer drinking
and
public.
all that talk about great celebrations and 4th of July stuff. This administration has not said that.
No, they're not behind
At
that.
all.
I don't think did we hit the
No,
goals he
no,
established?
not even close.
In order to have a barbecue in the backyard.
No.
So I can't have one.
We did in
I can't have one.
the higher age groups, right? In the most vulnerable. We have, but not overall Americans.
Dang it. So no barbecue.
That's
this
why.
weekend.
That's why they're
for
trying
you.
to get the kids. They're just trying to reach the 70%.
But they're sending mixed messages because the White House is also tweeting out a video showing you how much cheaper it's going to cost you to fill your barbecue 4th of July table with food. Look at that, huh?
The cost of 4th of July cookouts in 2021 is down 16 cents from last year.
There it is.
Stop it.
Where are you going to spend that money?
Are you kidding me?
That's literally.
Hey, I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't either. That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, they're carefully selecting the items that haven't increased by 50%. Is what they're doing.
Okay.
The items, if you're going to eat, who doesn't love pickled squirrel for the 4th of July?
Right.
It's down from last
There's
year.
no way ground
And
beef is down.
Not even close. It's not even close that it's down. And I'm sure that they're telling you to buy. They're judging it on the 12-ounce bag of potato chips and not the family size bag of potato chips or something. There's no way that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you that their numbers are right.
But I mean, that's a heck of a
but
stimulus check there. 16 cents, your
Yeah.
July
I know.
4th stimulus.
So even the ones they cherry pick and then add up.
And only make
still
16
saves
cents.
you 16
Right,
cents.
that's the
Come
best we
on.
can do. They put a
Come
couple
on.
of interns in a locked room, and they said, "You're not coming out until you have 6 items that cost less than."
Right.
I don't care how you twist it. I don't care if it's
Right.
like this weird kiwi fruit, whatever, man. You figure out.
Because I put
What a lie.
16 cents of that extra money that I saved into my gas tank this morning. And, man, got me almost out of the gas station.
Yeah.
That and another $20 will get you a full tank that cost you less than $20.16 last year.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's probably $20 more this year to fill up my tank than it was last year. I bet. Maybe even more than that.
Way more.
Oh, yeah.
Way more.
It is more
It's
than
double.
that.
It's
'Cause-
double.
Right. It is about double. That's right. That's just. But I'll save 16 cents on
Yeah.
those particular weird items.
So
at
what
the
are you?
grocery store.
So what are you gonna do? So Jeffy's gonna put the 16 cents in his gas tank so he could go an eighth of a mile. Mm-hmm. You're gonna take your 16 cents and
I'm
do
going to
what? invest
in Bitcoin.
Okay.
Buy 16 cents. I'm going to buy 16
Wow.
cents worth of Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's no joke. Should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let me tell you about ScoreMaster. Here's a way that your financial future can take a turn for the better. If your credit score goes up 30 or sometimes even 61 points in just a matter of days, not 10 or 15 points like others promise, then it's gonna change your life. It seriously can. 61 points in 20 days, kind of the average. And adding that to your credit score can mean faster approvals, better deals, and lower interest rates on everything from buying or refinancing a new home to leasing a new car or applying for a credit card. ScoreMaster was created by credit data scientists to put you in charge of your finances. One member raised their score 33 points within just a couple of days, another 43. ScoreMaster is simple and easy to use, takes maybe a minute to get started. If you do it right now, you get to try ScoreMaster for free and see how many points you can add to your credit score. Go to scoremaster.com/pad. Scoremaster.com/pad.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Presidential Historian Survey of 2021. They pretty much do this every year. See, it usually happens around President's Day, but this is the 4th of July edition, I guess. The top 10 this year. Oh, let's see. Let's go all the way to the bottom of the list. Who's the worst president in the history?
what?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
No.
No, that's
Really?
No, it's who it always is. James Buchanan.
our first gay president. They put at the bottom of the list.
That's wrong, isn't it?
Wow.
It's plain wrong. How can you do that
How can you?
with our first gay president?
Mm-hmm.
He never officially came out, though, right?
No.
It was just him
not
and
in
his
the
boyfriend.
1800s.
No, he
That
only
was just
lived
him
with
and
a
his
dude.
boyfriends,
And,
right?
okay.
Yeah. Everybody knew. He just never officially came out. Okay.
Also in there,
My God,
Andrew
living a
Johnson
life.
is just one step ahead of him. Franklin Pierce just a tad ahead of that. And then who do they have? Yes.
Oh, my man.
Donald
there you
Trump.
go. I know he had to be close
Ranked
to the bottom.
41st out of 44 here.
Real. Wow. Okay,
Man,
so
Millard Fillmore's down there, too.
top 10. Jeez, they've got Lyndon Johnson at number 11.
What?
Lyndon Johnson was a scourge on this nation. A scourge, I tell you. He was a blight upon the history of this nation. He's still affecting us today.
Oh, yeah.
With
And
his
he knew it.
terrible
He said he
policies.
knew it would.
Yeah. Awful. So then we get into the top 10. Coming in at number 10, Barack Obama.
Oh, that ticks me off.
What do you mean?
Number 10.
It's 10?
That he's not higher? Is that
Yes.
Yeah, you
Thank
want
you.
him higher, don't
10th?
you? Yeah, okay.
You kidding me? Barack Obama?
what? Right. The Barack Obama.
Thank you.
Don't you forget it.
At number 9, Ronald Reagan. And,
Wow.
I mean, we're talking about historians here, so that's probably as good as you're going to get from them with Ronald Reagan, who should be much higher than that.
Yes, he should.
Listed ahead of Reagan is John F. Kennedy. Please, what did John F. Kennedy ever do?
Nothing.
He
He's just
stared down the Russians.
He's a fan favorite. You know.
I will tell you, he did stare down the Russians, and I love that about him. And he had the vision of going to the moon. Other than that, come on.
He was good on taxes.
Well, that's true.
Very good on taxes.
Okay, well, when you really
had some pretty hot girlfriends and a pretty hot wife.
You sure did.
So he gets a point for that from Jeffy. Historian Jeffy over here gets a babe point.
So 10, 9, 8, John F. Kennedy. 7, Thomas Jefferson. That's too low for Thomas Jefferson. Come on now. Harry Truman listed above him at number 6. Come on now. Dwight Eisenhower. I think Eisenhower was good, but was he the 5th best president in U.S. history?
He's good.
Then you got Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, he was.
Teddy Roosevelt. What? No. At number 4. At number 3, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Oh, come on.
FDR at number 3. Oh, my God. That's just so ridiculous. George Washington, 2nd. Abraham Lincoln, the number 1 president.
Was Calvin Coolidge?
Yeah. Calvin Coolidge is down there.
24.
24.
That's a garbage ranking.
He's top 3 for sure.
Where's my main man?
Calvin
William
Coolidge.
Howard Taft
is definitely top 3.
Yep. And his birthday is July 4th, by the way.
Taft is down.
yeah, he's down there.
He's on the first page, though.
I would like to point out that if you look at the top 13, 4 are 4 of the most destructive presidents we've ever had. Because in the top 13, you've got FDR, Barack Obama, Lyndon Johnson, and Woodrow Wilson. That just shows that even these presidential historians don't understand history.
Right. Well, right. I mean, how do you... If you know anything about Woodrow Wilson, you know he was a stinking, flaming racist. And shouldn't that disqualify him from the top 13 just on that alone?
I vote yes.
Just on that alone.
I vote yes on that.
You bet. And especially for historians, you would think that they'd take that into consideration. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
Where's Grover Cleveland? Oh, 25 right after Coolidge.
Huh.
James Garfield, 26. That guy would have been awesome. You know, just don't get assassinated.
Where's the president who now does the Allstate commercials?
No, that didn't print that
out.
out.
Who fought terrorism so
I ran
hard
out of
in the
paper.
early 2000s.
I ran out of paper this morning. I'm so sorry. We just...
He would have been up there.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Love it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Here we are on Independence Day weekend. Let me just take a minute to share some things I've been thinking about as we get ready to celebrate our independence. Because unlike Michelle Obama, who wasn't proud of this country until her husband was winning his party's nomination, I love this country and have always been extremely proud of it. Never has there been a better nation on the face of this earth. And I've always believed that our Constitution was divinely inspired. That doesn't mean that we are or have ever been a perfect nation. We're not, and everybody knows it. But those who constantly focus on the mistakes we've made, especially the really huge mistakes we've made, like racism and slavery, those are nearly always the same people who belong to the political party that supported and defended racism and slavery for virtually all of that party's existence. Democrats. Republicans ended slavery. Republicans brought about the end of Jim Crow. Republicans pushed for the civil rights bills in the 50s and 60s. Democrats fought it every step of the way. Every step of the way. But more important than pointing a finger at those who've disparaged our country is celebrating for what it stood for over the past 245 years. It's been a beacon of hope and liberty for hundreds of millions of people. When tragedies occur in the world, who's always there first? America, always. It is the most generous nation in the world by far, both based on what the government gives out to other countries in the form of aid and what the private citizens give in the form of charitable contributions. It has rescued the world from oppression on multiple occasions. It's offered refuge to the poor and oppressed everywhere. When situations arise that are embarrassing to us, we air them out for everybody to see. Unlike Russia or China, our scandals and shortcomings are opened up for the whole world to view. And the left has tried desperately to diminish what this nation has done. They've alleged that racism was built into the very fabric of this nation. And nothing could be further from the truth. Race wasn't even mentioned in the United States Constitution. It's not so much as mentioned. Some will ignorantly claim that the 3/5 clause in the document was about assigning worth to non-free people in the colonies. But as all thinking, informed people know, counting slaves, who were not referred to that way in the Constitution, by the way, counting them as less than one person was only about limiting the number of representatives the South would have in Congress. And as a result, limiting the power of the Southern colonies so that eventually we'd be able to defeat and end slavery. From the ratification of the Bill of Rights to the Emancipation Proclamation was a total of 72 years. So from the foundation of this nation to the official end of slavery, all happened in under a century in this country, meaning that the evil of subjecting men and women to being slaves was ended faster here than in any other nation on earth. Now, granted, allowing slavery for 1 minute was too long. No human being should ever have been treated that way. And yes, many of our founders did struggle with slavery themselves. But the institution had been embedded so deeply into our civilization by the British that the nation had become dependent upon it. And it took some time to untangle that. To keep the Union together and to untangle it, it was a struggle. And it took time, and it took blood and treasure. But by 1808, the slave trade was stopped here. And by 1863, again, with the blood of 600,000 Americans, we were finally able to rid the nation of that blight on our country. Have there been other problems since our founding? Sure. And we should teach our children what those problems were and are so that they'll be able to avoid them when they take over the governance of this country in the future. But they also need to know about the goodness and the greatness of this country and its people. And that is something they never get to hear in most school settings and in most settings where they're with their peers. All they hear is the negative. And they need to understand who those 56 men were who gathered together 245 years ago to create the foundation of a country that would change the world forever. They need to know who those men were, really. And they weren't just angry old racist white men. They were men with flaws, yes, but they were men who accomplished something that had never been done before in the history of this planet. Men that had foresight, men that had wisdom. And they were inspired by their maker to put together something that gave all men and all women an equal opportunity to be free and to succeed. What they delivered to us in the end was a nation that doesn't guarantee equal outcomes. They left that part of it up to each of us, depending on our desire and our work ethic and our drive. But the idea was to create opportunity through freedom, to get our government out of our way so that we could go as far as our efforts and skills would take us. And here on this weekend, when we celebrate the beginning of all of this greatness, I think we all need to remember how critical it is that the next generation understands all of this. We have to teach our kids what it is they're inheriting, because they don't know from the school system. They don't know it. And we have to teach them the sacrifices and growing pains that we went through to leave them something this precious. So let's not forget that on this 4th of July weekend, it's a perfect opportunity to celebrate our freedom, yes, but also to educate our kids and the generation of the millennials and the Generation Z, I think they're referred to as. We need to remind them of the goodness and greatness of this country.
Not just the disclaimers.
Right.
You know, all we hear about now is what we use as a disclaimer. Yes, we're not perfect. Yes,
right.
These are our flaws laid out on the top of the desk for you to pick through.
Yeah.
Which is done every day.
Every single day.
But the goodness and the greatness is never talked about. Well, I mean, it is by us, but by the masses, it's not.
But are our kids subjected to it? Not very often.
No.
Not very often. And so they're growing up in a situation where they despise this nation.
Yeah, they're being taught, but they're being taught the exact opposite of
Look
what
how
you just
bad
said.
we are. Look at all the stuff we're bad.
And that's why I would strongly encourage homeschool. If it's not an option, then I would strongly encourage that reading time be focused on how great of a country they are inheriting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's imperative. If we want this country to continue, it is imperative.
Yeah, no one's going to do that for you. You've got to take the reins as far as educating your kids.
If we want this country to continue, I mean, we're down a road where it may not. We're closer to it may not than it may. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yes.
That's why it's critical for us to take the reins and take the bull by the horns and educate them, help them to understand. Because again, they're not getting it in the public school system. They're not getting it from their peers. So somebody has to let them know, and hopefully that's their parents, the people who understand what this nation is and what it stands for. And again, the disclaimer. We do have some flaws. Yes, we've made mistakes, and we continue to make mistakes. We talked about it earlier, the stupid nation building that we got involved in the Middle East. That's another problem that I'd love for us to overcome. Let's stop doing that. And let's go back to our founders' principles, where if you're attacked, you hit back viciously, as hard as you can. You win the war and you move on. But let's not go seeking war all over the planet. Right. So with that, hope you have a really happy 4th of July weekend.
Well, you're going to save 16 cents.
If you're vaccinated, of course.
If you're vaccinated,
save 16 cents.
And you can save 16 cents. I mean, thank you, Joe Biden.
How much? Yeah, thank you.
That's great. 16 cents, man.
Well,
it's so great because of all the talk about inflation, all the evidence of inflation, and they put that out.
That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It really is.
It couldn't even be $1.
I know.
$1.
Can you buy a cup of pudding for 16 cents?
No.
Individual?
No, you cannot.
No,
I don't think that'll even get you a spoonful of pudding.
16 cents? No way.
No way.
You barely get a thing of bubble gum for 16 cents.
It's not a sense.
Thank you.
It is not a sense, man.
Yeah, how did that get through, that tweet? That whole, how'd the White House even sign off on that? Yes, 16 cents.
Yeah, go ahead. That's great.
So what did they show? They
That's
showed
a talking point for the right.
Hamburgers, right? Hamburger.
Is that
Was it
ice
hamburger?
Cream.
Maybe they're lying to us. Maybe it's it did say ground beef. I was gonna say maybe it's a.
Show the
burger.
thing. Show the list again. Okay, so we've got pork and beans for $1.90. That's down 13% from last year.
That's not Bush's.
Oh, okay. Ground beef,
Guaranteed.
$8.20 down. Ground beef is down 8%
No way.
from last year. Get out of here.
No, it's not.
You know what?
That's
I'm
the
gonna
ground
verify
beef you're
this.
buying from the dumpster.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what grocery store you shop at, but not at mine.
No way. Not at mine. No.
All right, what
I'm
else
sorry.
do they have? So $8.20 for the vanilla ice cream, down 5%. Shut up.
No way.
Shut up.
Maybe house brand, lowest level, right? Lowest rung of ice cream.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because you can get the house brand's lowest level, lowest rung pretty cheap still. But it's not necessarily ice cream.
It's ice milk.
Yeah.
It's that ice milk stuff where they don't put the cream in it. They
Pork
put,
chops, yeah.
Pork chops,
yeah.
$11.63, down 2%. Shut up.
No, not again.
I don't know where you're
no
shopping
way.
again.
No way.
Is that it? Is there Or is there something else?
And they had
okay, lemons, fresh squeezed lemonade, $3.65 down 2%. I don't buy that either necessarily.
Think so either. Me either.
Sliced cheese.
I'm sorry, not at my store.
Not by neither. Nope.
No, cheese has gone way up.
So you're saving 8%, 10%, 2%, 1%, and overall, 16 cents.
It is 13-ounce bag of potato chips. Okay. Down $5 $1 for 13 ounces of potato chips. Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot. And they're saying that's down? No.
Yeah, that's baloney.
But on the other hand, okay, so let's say it's all true. It's all, what they're saying is true. 16 cents.
I know, 60. I know. Not much to brag about.
No.
Really not much to brag about.
I'd rather have them lie. $5.
Yeah.
Now,
even if you could squeeze out a
dollar.
You might say, okay, I saved $1. You know, when you go in and you do your preferred customer card or whatever, and you enter, I always enter 8675309 because that's Jenny's number, and it's registered at every single grocery store.
Think how many points Jenny has.
Oh, she's got a million points by
Everybody's using that, you know?
Yeah. And then they tell you at the end, you saved.
Yeah.
And if I've purchased like meat, like steak or something, sometimes it's really significant.
Yes, it is.
Like you saved $7. You saved 16 cents. I'm not even entering the numbers for 16 cents.
That's one of those. That's one of those things that somebody at the White House said, "Hey, let's do this." You know, put it on social media, and then when the team came back and said, "Here's our numbers," we ran the numbers. 16 cents. We were able to figure. Go. Yeah, they should have been like, "Oh man, it's not worth it. That's gonna be mocked."
Yeah, let it go.
It's embarrassing that they tweeted that out. That's just ridiculous. All right, we got some tweets here. Smushing Duck tweets, so on Independence Day, give up your freedom and obediently bow down to lick the boots of your government betters. Todd Curtis, the cost of a picnic is up 200% once you factor in the fuel costs to get to it all. Jeffy, let's see, trust my mask. Jeffy is my spirit animal. The way he shoved that box down when asked about food is the exact way I hide candy from my kids.
You're welcome.
From Extra White, there will not be any veggie burgers on July 4th. Yeah, because they were saying your veggie burgers or your meat burgers are less this year. Yeah. Veggie burgers. No, thank you. And why would vegetarians want that? I thought the whole point was to get away from meat.
They don't, though. They don't. It's always trying to recreate the taste of beef.
Why don't you just have beef then?
Thank you.
Jeffy's Meat Sweats tweets, the leftist 4th of July dinner is down 16 cents. Kale and veggie burgers are so cheap this year.
No doubt about it.
Meanwhile, even evil Republican steaks are so expensive you can only obtain one from a Crossroads demon in trade for your soul.
But I'd like to also, if you break that down, let's talk a little bit about the price of propane, if you're using propane for a gas grill, the price of charcoal.
Yeah.
And all that stuff is way up, right? No way you're saving 16 cents. Sorry.
They should have mentioned what grocery store they shopped at, because I want to know where you got those prices.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know.
So that's interesting, Ivan. What if they probably bought the food last year at some place and, expensive city, and then, I don't know.
First of all, it's Wes tweets, can we buy bougie sauce with that 16 cents we saved for the 4th?
Maybe you get a packet.
A packet of sauce.
Yeah. Packet of sauce or a spoonful of sauce for 16 cents.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure. All right. 888-900-3393. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. These are the people who will help you sell your home quickly and for the most amount of money. Or if you're looking to buy a home, they'll get you the most house for your money. They are experienced realtors. They do this full time. They're really committed to what they do, and they've been doing it really well for a long time. Have great track records and great marketing plans.
I'm not sure they guarantee it, but they're probably going to make you more than 16 cents.
I would think so. Yeah, I would bet. Real estate agents I trust. This is Glenn's company, and so his team really vets these people. And if they can't find somebody who's really good in your market, we don't have that market. So go with Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really says it all. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. And so,
Oh, no.
what about him?
We've lost him. Jeffy.
Yeah. Well, we're heading into a 3-day weekend
Yeah.
here, so, it's on.
I know.
Like Donkey Kong. I already feel like we're in the weekend. So.
Just a reminder, you're doing another 3 hours of
I
radio.
know. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Did you see the CEO of this trans group says that the woman who complained about the person with a penis in the girls' bathroom at that spa.
Right.
Okay.
We had that story the other day, played the video.
Yes.
The person who complained was horrible, and it was violence perpetrated on the trans person.
Oh, my.
I'm glad somebody said it.
Showed their wiener to little girls. Little girls in the bathroom.
Terrible.
Little girls were in the bathroom, and this guy is waving his wiener around them. I can't take this anymore. But that's the person who's horrible, and that's
The person who's against it
Yeah.
is the horrible person.
Yeah. I mean, we're living in biblical times right now. This moment in history was foretold 2,700 years ago by a guy named Isaiah. And in his book, the Isaiah chapter 5, like around verse 20, you'll see this. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. If that's not what this story is, I don't know what any of that means. Because you've got a person who is shocked that you've allowed a man in a women's bathroom showing his stuff to little girls. And the person who complained is the bad person. That is exactly calling evil good and good evil. Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
We are absolutely in that time.
This was an Isaac? Is it Isaac?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, close. You were close.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I know how tight you are with the scriptures.
I was looking for it.
Yeah,
I left it in the car.
Okay. You know what? I don't care what names were called. I don't care what Twitter spews out or who supports us when we take a stand. But take a stand we must right now.
Yeah.
We have to. Who are these lemmings and these sheep, like they're being led to slaughter, who just accept that a biological man can enter a woman's bathroom and swing his wiener around for young girls or even women, whoever's in there. And that person needs to be protected,
right.
not girls
the others
in the restroom. How have we become a society that doesn't give a rat's anus about women anymore?
That's not protecting the minorities.
No, it is not. No, it is not. And it's not protecting women, which I thought we were all about.
I know.
And little girls, which I thought we were all about. And we have been in the past. This is unacceptable. I mean, we're better than this. We all know the difference between right and wrong. We're born with that innate sense of right and wrong. It's called the light of Christ. And we all know men don't belong in women's bathrooms.
How about no?
How about no?
How about no?
It's dangerous, it's perverse, and it has to stop. It just has to stop. I mean, the people who mention it to the people that are running the spa,
they don't care,
are the people who are in the wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is just absolute madness.
And we've empowered all of them. And it's, you talked about, I think it was you, Keith, that was talking about small towns. Every small town had their weirdo, their strange guy, or their strange girl in it. But the internet has empowered all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Has brought them together. Oh, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. There's other people just like me. Yeah, that doesn't make it right.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make it right.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And those people, those weirdos in every town that somebody had, they were the ones who were wrong.
Right. Right, you tried to take care of them. You said, that's just Bill or that's just Sarah or whatever the case is, but they were the ones still in the wrong. It's like, no.
Yes,
no.
but they were the ones that, if they were around, you were going to protect others from.
Right.
I mean, there was a well-known pedophile in Helena on the mean streets when I was growing up, and people were cautious of him.
Really?
Yeah, they knew the hotel that he hung out at, and he tried to lure boys to. And parents would always warn their children, don't go there. Don't go there. And now, you're wrong if you tell them that. How dare you? You're discriminating against that man. Sure is. It sure is. Think about it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let's go to Gene in Oklahoma. Hey, Gene. Hi, Gene.
Hi, Gene.
You got to go feminine. Hi, Gene. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? That's
doing good.
Great. Say, a while back you had a story on about these 3 guys over there in India.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of decorated themselves with cow mess.
Oh, yeah?
You know, where they smeared it all over themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it was a kind of a COVID.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Anyway, that reminded me of something that happened, I'd say about 50 years ago. I was raised on a dairy farm, and my sister found out the hard way that you don't want to be standing directly behind a cow when it coughs.
Okay.
So,
we used to have cow dung fights when I was a little kid.
Did you?
That explains so much.
Yeah. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Oh my.
Huh.
It probably wasn't that fresh, but yeah. So anyway, that rocket came out of the rear end of that cow like a bat out of Wuhan. He didn't have a chance.
Okay.
So,
bat out of Wuhan.
Like a bat out of Wuhan. I like that. That's a good line.
I'm thinking, that might have saved her life, because if it's any indication of what those guys over there in India were doing,
mm-hmm.
So she has not.
If I'd have known,
she has not gotten COVID.
No, and she's over 70 years old.
Hello.
And if I'd have known then what I know now, I'd have probably gone over there and said, "Oh, I see you got the vaccine." So
okay, all right. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Gene. That's
hey, I got one more quick thing.
Yeah,
was anything from hygiene.
Have y'all ever seen Jeffy naked?
Good.
Thank heaven, no.
Okay, well, he might not really be all that fat. He might just be wearing really thick clothes. Do you ever think about that?
Well,
no, it's never occurred to me.
I got to be honest with you, Gene. Never have thought about that.
No,
right there. No, I have not. That's
Thanks, Gene. Appreciate it.
Long way to that well, huh? A couple of them. My word.
No, I haven't, nor do I want to. Ooh, there's yikes. Okay, let's go to Mike in Michigan. Hey, Mike, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
First time caller on any radio show ever. I think you guys are brilliant.
Well, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You're correct.
You're definitely a refreshing glass of milk to dip a Kexi cookie in.
Well,
nice.
Nice little tie in there, too. That was great. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, have you guys heard of the new Michigan lottery for vaccines?
The $1 million lottery? Yeah.
Oh no, it's anywhere between $500,000 and $500,000 giveaway for vaccinations. Like, where's this going to stop? Like, are they going to be giving extra credit at school years for?
Oh yeah.
Having a vaccination card. I mean.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Thanks, Mike.
And they're not stopping with that. And that's coming down from the top too.
Yeah. And neighboring state. By the way, Ohio was offering. Was it $1 million a week for 5 weeks?
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was one of those
scholarships.
California was throwing your name in the lottery once you got the vaccine.
So the 500,000 thing. Wow, I'm going across the border and entering Ohio's.
I know
race there. I'm not going to settle for just your lousy $500,000 when I can get $1 million for a vaccination. Of course, you got to win the lottery to get it. But they're doing that kind of incentive all over the country. They're offering beers. They're offering scholarship money.
Yes.
They're offering prizes of all kinds if you'll just get vaccinated.
And yet the numbers are still going down, which brings us back to what we were talking about earlier, is that you're pretty much at a point now where
everybody who
the
got
incentives
it,
aren't
who wants
going
it,
to
got
drive
it.
you.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You're not... If you haven't gotten vaccinated at this point, you're either super hesitant like you and I are, or you've just decided I'm not doing it.
Not doing it. Not getting it
I'm not
at
going
all.
to get it ever. Now, I haven't decided that necessarily.
I have not.
But very hesitant on this thing.
I know.
And the stories that we see every day make me more hesitant every day. All right, TJ in Florida, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, yeah, I want to talk about the White House meal, but first, really quick, really excited about Pat and Stu next hour. I love that show, and I even kind of like that other guy.
That other guy? The fat guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway,
Is there another guy?
Yeah, that meal, they're not lying. You do save all that money on that meal. But what they're not telling you is it's highly subsidized, I'm sure. That 6% you're saving from last year on the ground beef, probably 20% subsidy right there.
That's a good point.
That might be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That might be.
Thanks, TJ. Appreciate it.
I don't think you can get ground beef with the WIC checks, though. I mean, that would almost be free, right? Because with the government subsidy checks, but I'm not sure. I know, I know cheese and dairy is on it.
Have you purchased a steak lately?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
You're not going to save 16 cents
No,
on the
you are
steak.
not.
You're not.
No, you are not.
I promise you
I
will
know you are not.
save
No,
over
you
last
are
year
not.
on that.
My friend, you can't go through a drive-through at a fast food restaurant in this town that we live in and save 16 cents.
No, you can't. And it's Dallas. You know, the cost of living here is better than many places around the country. But our prices have gone way up lately.
Yes.
Way up. They're up on housing. They're up on food. They're up on housing because all the Californians are coming here and just paying cash for their homes.
Now, I will say that I don't shop at Bill's Dented Goods. So maybe it's possible I could save 16 cents on some of that.
At Bill's Dented Goods?
At Bill's Dented Goods, yeah.
Yeah. Is he featuring a sale this week?
Yes, he
on
is.
the dented cans of beans?
Do they take coupons at Bill's?
Yes. No, it's already coupon.
It's already.
Bill's Dented
Price.
I'm cheap. I wanted to double my savings on Wednesdays.
Dan in Virginia, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Hey, thanks, guys. By the way, best show on the Blaze, which makes it the best show in the world.
Bless you. Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Those numbers they were showing with the savings for the picnic, they're comparing them to values that were going on 4 months into a worldwide pandemic when nobody could buy anything because everything was shut down. And there was no supply.
That's really
Let's
true,
go back
too.
2 years. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah. Great point. Thank you, Dan. And you're a genius. It's clear. I mean, just from our conversation, the short conversation we had there.
Yeah.
I can tell. Let me tell you about Rough Greens here. Been talking about Rough Greens for a while now. This is a powder that you sprinkle over your dog's food, the dry dog food that has all the nutrients burned out of it because they have to sterilize the dog food so it lasts on the shelf for up to 3 years. So obviously you're not going to get any healthy living vitamins or probiotics or omega oils out of that, but you will with Rough Greens. Puts it all back in there. And my dog loves this stuff. She really does. And from the very beginning. Now, apparently some dogs don't take to it immediately. So what you want to find out before you make huge purchases on this is if your dog is going to like it, which is why Rough Greens is offering a free bag of Rough Greens, just a small bag that I think lasts a couple days or a week. But your dog can try it out for free. All you have to pay is shipping. So go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF Greens, roughgreens.com, or call 833-ROUGH-DOG.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
You guys interested at all in the Olympics?
I am, yeah.
I am too. I love the Olympics.
I mean, I like the Winter Olympics. The majority of people prefer winter over summer. But I always look forward to the
Is that
Olympics.
true? The majority of people prefer winter over summer?
I saw a poll
How'd you
recently.
see that? Really?
I'll have to find it for you, but yeah. But anyway, I am looking forward to the Olympics.
Well, is that because of ice skating? Maybe. I mean, I know ice skating's popular.
No, it's curling, bro.
With the babes.
Curling. That sounds like maybe a tweet the White House put out.
No.
Winter is more popular than Summer Olympics because you could save 16 cents on all the items you stock up for on the Winter Games.
Popcorn is down 2 cents.
This guy's a liar.
Speaking of prices, the asteroid we talked about a while ago that they told us was worth 10,000 quadrillion.
That was going to solve all our problems, right?
Yeah.
10,000 quadrillion.
Sweet.
It sounds like a word like a 3-year-old to make
like
up.
you make up, yeah.
I want 10,000 quadrillion dollars when I grow up.
Hey, clean your room.
And it could make everyone on this planet a billionaire.
Nice.
Well, now they're saying, maybe it might just be a pile of rubble. What?
Oh,
no way.
I already have the Pat Gray probe on the way
Thank
to the
you.
stupid asteroid, and now you tell me it's not worth anything.
I think you and anyone else who already has their probe on the way are the ones spreading this lie, so they don't get to keep it all. I'll tell you that right now.
You figured it out.
You did.
It's agonizing.
Because
No
I'm on
way.
my way to strip mine that thing right now.
Thank you.
Right now. NASA will head to asteroid 16 Psyche, long thought to be the core of a dead planet, in 2022 to determine if it really contains enough metal that it's worth 10,000 quadrillion and could make every person a billionaire. So they're actually going to go there next year. What?
Wait, I thought the Pat Gray probe was on its way.
I think I'm going to beat NASA to it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think I'm going to beat them. The research published in Planetary Science Journal suggests that 16 Psyche is 18.5% metal, 7% low iron pyroxene, and 10.5% carbonaceous chondrite. I've said
it's tough to drill.
Yeah, but I've said it might be carbonaceous chondrite for how long? How long have I said that?
This is the
Well,
beginning.
not on
This is the beginning.
That, your problem is it wasn't on the air, so there's no record of it.
Darn it. Darn it. It could also have a bulk density, or how much empty space is inside, at 35%. Those figures are well below previous estimates that said it could contain as much as 95% metal, making it chock full of iron, nickel, and gold.
With less carbonite.
You're talking about the carbonaceous chondrite.
Yeah, carbonaceous chondrite.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
That drop in metallic content and bulk density is interesting because it shows that 16 Psyche is more modified than previously thought, the study's lead author said in a statement. Psyche, or Psyche, as a rubble pile would be very unexpected, but our data continues to show low density estimates despite its high metallic content.
Do you think that the nation of Venezuela is sending a probe up there to get this precious metal? Because they have some issues right now in that country.
They do. Yeah, they do. But no, I don't think they're sending it.
You're not? Okay.
I don't think Venezuela has a space plan.
No, they do
a space
not.
agency.
Well, at least they've got
program.
an economic plan, apparently.
Yeah, they have a really good economic plan. Whenever they just get out of control with inflation, when it's hyperinflation.
Sure.
And
what do they do?
It's like $17 trillion for a loaf of bread. They just lop off 6 zeros and you're fine.
I've been saying that's what I've been saying we should do here.
That's what they do.
I've been saying that all along. That's been my plan.
Right?
Just go back to zero. We don't know anything.
Exactly.
They've done that before in Venezuela, and now they're doing it again, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're preparing once again to lop off zeros.
There you go.
From the national
That's the
currency
fix.
in an attempt to simplify daily transactions, which sometimes barely fit on a calculator.
Oh, come on.
Or require swiping cards multiple times to complete purchases. The central bank is planning to slash another 6 zeros from the Bolivar
Nice.
as early as August, after previous attempts to issue larger denomination bills failed to resolve problems created by the endemic. Wow, I mean, these guys
That's gone.
the endemic inflation, according to 3 people with direct knowledge. That means $1 would fetch 3.2 bolivars instead of 3,219,000 at present.
Makes it better.
It's solved overnight.
Makes it fine. Venezuela last carried out a redenomination of the bolivar
I like that.
in 2018, and in March began printing a 1 million bolivar note, the largest in the nation's history. But that bill is now worth.
Oh no! What?
Okay, did you hear this already, Jeffy? Because
No.
I know you know it, Keith. Did you hear what the? So what would the 1 million bolivar note be worth in the United States?
20, 30 million.
Good guess.
18 million.
Really?
18 million. I was just guessing.
32 cents.
I was close.
30. You were really close.
So they had to print a
32 cents.
million. It was a 1 million
Bolivar
bill for 32 cents.
32 cents. Enough to buy. Not enough to buy a cup of coffee.
That's
my.
Oh, that's double your savings
That's
though
right.
with the White House
That's
thing.
right. It sure is.
So So that's how the White House should spin it.
Yeah.
They should retweet their tweet and says, "Hey, we're saving you 2 million bolivars this July 4th from last year."
So this of course pre-denomination.
Yeah, redenomination.
Pre-redenomination.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So first under Hugo Chavez and then current President Nicolas Maduro, they've removed 8 zeros from the currency.
Oh, God.
As for hyperinflation.
That's genius.
How does a country just start over?
Wow.
You know, how do you just like an etch a sketch? Nah, I'm going back to zero.
I know. We should do it here. Just go back to zero, man. Nobody owes anything. Zero.
Well, with the $30 trillion debt we have,
I know.
We're going to have to eventually.
I know. Because they're already.
You can't pay that.
You just read our future, is what you did.
They're already saying that the landlords can't collect the money from from renters, right?
Mm-hmm.
California's saying, hey, if you haven't paid your rent, we're going to pay it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if I'm living in California, why am I paying my rent? Makes no sense. So I'm going to stop.
Why
paying
am
my
I
rent.
playing by the rules when now the government is telling me I don't have to?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. But after the government set up other rules that made it impossible to pay your rent in the first place.
Correct.
That's fun. Happy Independence Day, y'all.
By the way, here is some good news for Independence Day.
Okay.
At Kexi Cookie, we're not charging anything for shipping this week. So this is our biggest sale of all time.
Is the boss out of town? How are you doing this?
And we've lost our minds.
Aye.
So take advantage of our hysteria right now at Kexi.com. It's KEKSI.com.
Yeah.
We have this new cookie, the butterbeer. Have you ever had butterbeer at Harry Potter World?
Yes, so good.
So delicious. Well, we got a butterbeer cookie.
Now, how'd you pull off that recipe?
I don't know. Jackie did it. She's like, I'm going to do a butterbeer.
Did she break into Hogwarts?
You can't do that. She did. She broke into Hogwarts. Stole the recipe.
Oh.
But you get the savings.
That's right. And the delicious goodness.
At Kexi.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All through this week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, did you see the question that Peter Doocy? Now, Peter Doocy has been with Fox News only because of his dad, I thought.
I thought so too. He's been pretty strong.
Until fairly recently.
Yeah, they gave him fluff stuff.
Yeah, they did. And he went out and did these dumb things, and you thought, okay, that's cute. That Steve Doocy's son, they gave him a little bone. Here, go out and do some things. And I thought, the nepotism thing just doesn't work. However, in the last, year or two that he's been
strong.
White House correspondent, he's been great.
Yeah, he asked great questions.
And he is really brave because nobody asks the questions that he does. Nobody.
Right.
He's the only one that will challenge Jen Psaki, when she's going off on some tangent. And he challenged her on to name the Republicans who wanted to defund the police. Right. This is great because everybody knows there wasn't a single Republican who wanted to defund police.
This is going where there's lying.
Yeah.
Lying. So
here's what happened.
You mentioned at the last briefing that you think Republicans wanted to defund the police because they did not support the American Rescue Plan. Which Republican ever said that they did not like the American Rescue Plan because they wanted to defund the police?
Thank you.
Well, first, let me just note that the president ran and won the most votes of any candidate in history on a platform of boosting funding for law enforcement.
Did he?
After Republicans spent decades trying to cut the cops program. There's record of that. That doesn't require anyone having new comments. And then also stood in the way of crucial funding needed to prevent the laying off of police officers as crimes increase. That's a simple statement of fact.
I understand what you're saying there. However,
thank you.
There are lots of examples of Democrats explicitly saying they want to defund the police. We've got Congresswoman Cori Bush, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar.
I am for defunding the police. Yes, I support the defund movement.
Why use the word defund? Why use the word defund? And it's like, this is the word that's coming from the street. Many affluent suburbs have essentially already begun pursuing a defunding of the police in that they fund schools. Not only do we need to disinvest in police, but we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. The Minneapolis Police Department is rotten. To the root.
Defund the police does not mean abolish the police. It means a dramatic reduction.
Are there any examples of Republican members of Congress
were those
saying
Republicans?
they want to defund the police?
No, they were all
I think
Democrats.
most people would argue that actions are more important than words, wouldn't you say?
Well, to that point, to your point there, at the time of the vote on the American Rescue Plan, you had the Republican leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell. He said he just didn't like it because he thought it was a classic example of big government Democratic overreach in the name of COVID relief.
Thank you.
And then Kevin McCarthy said he thought Democrats were using coronavirus as an excuse to justify funding pet projects.
Well,
we're going to vote against this because we want to defund the police.
Again, I think actions speak louder than words,
Okay,
Peter.
I can't
So
take it.
if you oppose funding...
Stop. Oh, my gosh. So, anyway, Peter Ducey doing a great job there. Awesome.
And look, and good for him, right? He realized that, I'm sure that many people thought the same as you and myself, that, he got the gig because of Dad, and they give him some fluff pieces and everything will be okay. And this was a way for him to separate himself, right, and cut his teeth and go.
And he's done that.
Yes, he has.
He's really done that. I love the Ilhan Omar clip there where, and she's got a thing with the in this she's also talking about injustice this week, and in that she couldn't say the word important. Listen to this.
In 2019, you said lawmakers support Israel.
This isn't
because
Ilhan
it's,
right
quote,
here.
all about
This
the
is Jake
Benjamin,
Tapper. I was gonna say,
which
it didn't
implies
sound like
politicians
that,
only support Israel because of money. There was a
you're about to hear
tweet
her in a
from
moment.
2012 when you said Israel had hypnotized the world.
Okay.
Do you understand why some of your fellow House Democrats, especially Jews, find that language anti-Semitic?
I have welcomed any time, my colleagues have asked to have a conversation, to learn from them, for them to learn from me. I think it's really important for...
I think it's really important. I think it's really important.
These members to realize that they haven't been partners in justice.
Do it again.
They haven't been, equally engaging in seeking justice around the world. And I think... I will continue to do that. It is important for me.
What in the world? Why? I just have to ask, why?
What kind of racist?
It is important that you have a great 4th of July weekend.
It is.
And we'll see you again on Tuesday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.